All right. Good afternoon once again, everybody. As we have been discussing, this will actually make it more interactive. Javelin is an athletic event. As you all know, that athletics is divided into two: track and field. So javelin falls under the field aspect of athletics, and is a spear-like object made of metal fiberglass and in some cases carbon fiber, like I've said earlier. So is spear-like. That means it has a sharp edge that can pierce anywhere it touches. So that is the design. And the javelin thrower gains momentum by running within a mapped out area. That area is called the javelin sector, and the radius is 29 degrees. So the person runs through that mapped out area, and when he reaches a borderline, he releases the missile. You need to understand and remember that every throwing implement in a sport is referred to as missile. So you have your shot put, your discus, your hammer throw, and all those. So all of them are referred to as a missile in a sport. And javelin is an event for both men and women. So like in other sports, it has its variants. The missile for men is quite different from the missile for women in terms of weight and length. Also understand, like I've briefly said, the history of javelin is uh, immemorial. It has been existing for long. You know, then it was used for war, for hunting spree. That is when what hunters take along with them when they go on hunting spree, and when they see animals from afar, they release it. And because it has a sharp edge, it definitely will pierce the animal and get the animal down. So from there, the that sense actually gave those that started that the sense of making it a sport. It began a competition. I could throw longer than you. I could throw and it will reach so length, meters, and that actually started it as a sport. And as far back as 1908, it has been a summer Olympic event. Until today, it is an Olympic event. Then you remember we treated ancient Olympics, so it was part of the event they did then. And what is the nature? A javelin thrower gain considerable forward velocity in their run-up. Remember that velocity means speed. So they gain speed while they are running, because that speed is the momentum that will actually propel them to release to a farther place. Because these events, the competition lies in the strength that you use to release, and in the length that the missile goes. So it is more similar to athlete, yes, to sprint, because you have to run with length, and you could release as far as 113 kilometers, 70 miles per hour. And how is it measured? We are talking on the nature now. The throws are measured on a direct line from the point of impact to the center point, but only the distance to the inner edge of the arc is recorded. Note that one very good thing in javelin is that if you throw, the tip of the missile must touch the ground. If it does not, that means your throw is void. So it has to touch, and if you are lucky enough that after touching it stays, the better for you. But at least it is a point. It is a rule that tip must make a mark on the ground within the throw sector. So from this note now, in order to maintain running speed while leaning back from the throw, they execute a hop or fast cross step. This hop is, you remember when we treated the triple jump, hop, step, and jump. So you know what hop means. Now let's just quickly run through the equipment. You remember that equipment has no sense, and equipment is quite different from facility. Remember that facilities are what you have on that are immovable. Yeah. So the javelin itself, the missile itself, the red and white flag, you remember what they were used for. red for a no throw, white for a throw. The writing materials to make recordings, the score sheets, the measuring spike which the thrower runs with, and the measuring tape to measure the length at which the throw comes in. To measure the length or the distance covered by the throw. So measurement and weight specifications while we land the sector, like I said earlier, 29 degree. The male missile is between 26 and 270 centimeters, and you have the runway as well, which is 30 meter to 36 meter long. So you have the diagram in your notes already that I sent. What are the basic skills? We have the grip, the carriage, the run up, the release, the follow through, and the recovery. The grip is the how to handle the missile, because on every missile there is a place there with a that is coded. That is where you grip it, and the grip has two types: the American grip and the Finnish grip. So, and also sorry, three types, and the V grip. So the carriage you can read in between to understand it better, and if there is anything you can chat me up. The carriage, that is how to carry it: overhead carriage and overhead shoulder carriage. Now can you see me? This is overhead shoulder carriage and this is overhead. So that is the carriage. The run up, you understand that one, which is equally like the approach run. That is why you run through the allotted area. Then the release, when you reach this arc on this diagram, that is the point with which you can move. You have to release from there, and then it follows through the sector, after which the measure the length at which you have throw. So this is just a simple explanation of the not so as to save us all our stress. If there is any question, then you can now ask me. Thank you.